Three, two, one, start.
Hi, we are back again. This time I'm excited because I'll get to ask Mala some questions and you will get to know Mala a little bit better. The person whom you know, like giving you all those advice and everything.
Oh my
A
God.
little bit of personal questions here and there just for you to get to know her. And like how I got to meet Mala was through Black Swan, and thanks to Mr. Verghese for that. She also have been a globetrotter, I would say.
Yeah,
She's traveled quite a
yeah.
bit.
Love traveling.
Yeah. And a very accomplished lady, I would say.
Oh
She
my
has
God.
been in managerial capacities. And then right now, she is currently pursuing her career as a clinical psychologist. And what area do you specialize in, Malaji?
I specialize in neurodegenerative diseases, especially how demented patients
Oh,
who suffer from the dementia spectrum disorder.
okay.
How do we take care of them?
And you are a columnist as well.
Yeah,
So would
yeah.
you care to say a little bit about it?
I write for a magazine called Times of Ireland, and I usually write on topics from the space of psychology and psychotherapy.
Okay.
So it's all are by and large clinical subjects, like what kind of psychotherapy can we administer for obsessive compulsive disorder or autistic children, how can we handle them? Additionally, also what is the psychotherapy that can be administered to Alzheimer's patients? So these are a couple of subjects that I cover in
Okay.
my writings.
And one thing that I'm awestruck sometimes is the way you explain the scientific side to it. I'm not one person, even for my for my dear life, I just cannot learn the scientific terms and things. But you explain it so well.
Thank
I
you so
remember one
much.
of those webinars where you were talking about the reptilian brain and everything. So when you
Yes,
explained it,
yes, yes.
that was the first time I thought at least I could perceive some of it. And so she's really good at it. Apart from that,
I'm floored.
she's a multifaceted woman who faces life full on with zest, I would say. So,
I'm embarrassed. I'm humbled and embarrassed as well.
no, I didn't say anything. I'm not flattering. I mean, that's how I truly find. And then she's
Thank you
one
so
person
much.
with whom or to whom you can rely on. You can talk about anything, and we actually share so many common views. That's
Yes,
why we
yes,
really do
yes,
get along
yes.
very well, and we love our get-togethers actually.
Yeah, and whenever we meet, we make it a point that that we discuss not just the mundane stuff, but topics that are relevant for life as such.
I
We
mean,
talk about a lot of things that we see and we experience. We share the experience, and some topic out of it comes out. In
yeah,
fact,
it does. We tickle ourselves intellectually, I would say, as
intellectually,
well.
yeah. Probably we also
Spiritually,
discuss the kind
yeah.
of books that we read, and we go at length to review the book, and she'll tell me what she reads. I tell her what I've been reading recently or what I've been observing, any case study interesting. And though she's not done psychology, but I really feel that she should have. You should have.
Sometimes I feel like, yeah, that's
Yeah, you
something I
should
would have
have.
enjoyed. I do enjoy my reading part and every part of it, but
Yes,
not the
yes.
scientific aspect of
Aspect
it.
so.
So, I think I'd rather stay where I am.
Okay.
Now, Malaji, I'd like to ask you, what defines you as a person?
What defines me as a person?
Mhm.
Mm, okay. I'm a person who truly believes in moving on, go with the flow of life.
Mhm.
Being stuck somewhere and whining over it, or just being stuck, is very stressful for me. And I just want to just go with the flow. That's about it. And I always nurture this hope within me that whatever happens. And I have experienced, I have testimonies also wherein I've experienced this, that everything happens for a reason and everything happens for the good. So I'm that kind of a person, just likes to move on.
Likes to move on. So then, the question that people normally ask everybody is, how is life? But I'm going to ask you because, I know your perspectives, what kind of a person you are. So I'm asking you, how do you treat life?
How do I treat life?
Yeah.
I'm interested. I'm interested in life. Like, in the sense, I'm very inquisitive about life, what life has to offer. Uh, life offers moments of all kinds, plethora of moments, good ones, bad ones, and each and every moment is worth experiencing. It's worth cherishing. And I have learned this in life, that whatever be the moment, however routine it might be, however monotonous it might be, uh, still, try and make it. It's in our hands to make it interesting enough, thrilling enough, worth cherishable, that is. So I look at life with a lot of enthusiasm, inquisitiveness of a child. What next? And it's not that I don't have my dull moments, but as I said,
Everyone has
we
that.
all have that. Yeah, we all have those boring moments, monotony sets in. But again, as I said, I just believe to move on. Chalta hai, it'll go on.
Okay.
It's all right.
So this is why I said you, like you face life with zest. You embrace life,
Yeah,
right?
I do embrace life.
You do embrace
Yes.
Like this is how you treat life, right?
I do treat life like this.
Okay.
I just embrace it along with it. So I don't question much. It's not that I don't question, I do, but then I rationalize immediately that okay, there is something behind
There's a
this. There is a
purpose.
purpose behind this, So let me just go with the flow, respect it and go with the flow. And what next? I look forward to the next moment.
Now I'm curious enough to know that how would you treat yourself?
Nice question. Okay, I treat myself with a lot of compassion and care. I must say this. This is because it's very hard learned. It's a lesson that I learned hard in life. There was a time when I didn't realize all this, and I didn't know about this. Probably psychology happened for that reason, I think, and I understood or came to know about what is it about self-love. See, if I cannot take care of myself today, how can I take care of the family? How can I take care of my loved ones?
Very valid
Right?
point.
It's something very simple. It's very, very simple. And I realized it that let me take care of myself first, be compassionate towards my needs, my desires, my wants. Automatically, people around me will be, happy and contented. Obviously, they wouldn't want to see a morose face, right? Or,
No, true.
me with
Especially being in the profession that you are, this is
Yeah,
one
yeah,
advice.
yeah.
And really happy to know that you practice what you actually
Yes,
suggest
yes,
to the
yes.
others.
Psychology I learned not for practicing at all. The reason why I took up psychology was initially also, and even now I believe in it, is to know just myself, how I can improvise myself. And what is see, in psychology there's nothing right, nothing wrong, but there's a conscious choice, right? So for me, what should be that conscious choice for life? And that is what psychology taught me, and hence I practice whatever I learn. I do.
Good to hear that, And what are you really passionate about?
What am I passionate about? As in, you mean my any hobby or something like that?
Anything. Like,
Anything.
you're really, that is something, you can't live without,
Oh,
Be
okay,
it your
okay.
profession, be it something in your personal life, anything.
I'm passionate about. I love meeting people, observing people. I'm really wherever. Like even if I'm waiting for a flight, or if I have some time, like in the morning when I was waiting for in the coffee shop, I was observing people coming in, walking out. I love that. I'm very passionate about it. It's not that I'm particularly judging them or thinking or what's going on in their mind. It's just observing their body language. Where do they come from? What are they wearing? I don't know. I love it. And I remember my mom used to say, this is called Vainoki.
But why not? Why not a with a
Why
depth?
not
I
a
guess.
with
With a depth, I
with
guess.
a depth, yeah. So, but then she'll
Okay.
never understand the joy. Really passionate about is, it's about exploring new things in life. That's what I'm passionate about.
Okay.
As I said, I don't like being stuck with a particular thing, or try new things. Whether I succeed or not, that's different. But I like to just give it a
affect you?
shot.
Does it affect you?
It doesn't. It doesn't affect me at all. There was a time when things used to affect me a lot, but I did work on myself, I guess. It doesn't
Okay.
affect me.
Oh, okay. Now, what drives you or guides you? Guiding force. What would you, if there was a guiding force in your life, what would that be?
Uh, I would say more than achieving small things and small happiness. I think it is the fear of the absence of fear of failure. I don't fear failure at all. I don't allow it to bother me much.
Which is a beautiful thing, which is something
yeah.
one should strive
Yeah,
for. I
that
guess.
drives me, that keeps me. Maximum what will happen, things will not work. That's okay, there's always an option B, as Sheryl Sandberg says. Always have an option B in life, So option B, option C, option D. I have option 26 options. So that's how I am, and that's what guides me. And secondly, also this too shall pass. these four-letter sentence, I'll say this sentence means a lot. Means a lot. Whether the good or the bad is not there to
This
stay
too
for long. So
Very.
that keeps me going. That guides me. That this too shall pass. Calm down. It's okay.
Yeah.
Things will work out.
Very true. Joy or sadness.
Yes, joy
It's
or
not here to
sadness.
stay.
It's not here to stay at all. Everything is temporary. That's all.
Now, earlier on, when I introduced you, I said, being Anisha's mom is one role that you take seriously.
Yeah.
So, when I talk about motherhood, what does it mean to you? It can be what a mother means to you, or you as a mother. Either ways, motherhood.
Yeah. Motherhood to me is, I would rather talk about what it means to me when I became a mom, or my perception or my take on motherhood. It's for me, it's a huge blessing to begin with. It's a huge blessing by God Almighty, probably to mirror His image. He created us because He can't be present everywhere. Hence, He created mums.
No,
I say
do
that
believe-
for
I do believe
yeah,
that.
yeah. So I say that for all the mums, for all the mothers out there. And so it's not about just creation. He didn't, kind of bless us to be a mother just to be a creator, but also to be a nurturer. I think nurturing or parenting is a very, very important and a topic which is very, very close to you and to me. We know that very well, Shiluji.
Yeah, I know. And that's the reason why I asked, because when you conduct all those workshops and everything,
Yes, yes.
I always remember the part where you start off with how you felt having
Yes, the very
him
first day, yeah.
from the moment he was conceived
Conceived
till,
to, yes,
and
yes.
I mean, since you were always
I always make parents close their eyes and go back to the moment when the doctor
Exactly.
declares, okay, your test reports are positive, you're going to become a mother. How do you feel? Oh my God, it's giving me goosebumps. Okay.
No, so I mean,
That's
I
what,
knew that nurturing part
yes,
and
yes.
being conscious and aware of that huge responsibility, like extension of God's hands, as you
Yes,
call it.
yes.
So
Absolutely. I truly believe it's that way.
So life throws all challenges and interesting stuff at you, and how do you, in the midst of all that, how do you stay focused and motivated? All sorts of distractions around. Sometimes you're focusing on something, and then, I mean, definitely for everyone, it's that way.
Yeah. First of all, the thing is, I prioritize. As I said, ever since I learned about self-love and everything, this was years back. So I list out my priorities. When I know these are my priorities, obviously I know that, and it's but obvious. When we know our priorities in life, we will pay focus. We will be focused. And that's what motivates us. We got to get these things done. And at the end of the day, when you know that, okay, you've done this task, we're ticking off, it's in itself a big motivation, I feel. At least you're not procrastinating something for the next. And that's what motivates me, because and I don't I know these are my priorities, and my cup has got to be full. I can't just fill in somebody else's cup by keeping my cup empty.
True,
When I
very
realized
true.
this in life, the focus on its own developed, and that's how I stay focused. I prioritize myself and my needs and my work or whatever. Like,
And for the next question,
that was a
Maya,
tough question, but
no, but everybody has their,
Their
own
own way of-
strategies,
yes,
So
yes.
it's just like the reason why we are sharing these is because sometimes you can relate, sometimes you cannot.
Cannot
but then
relate.
just giving you
Yes,
different
yes.
perspectives of how people deal with different stuff.
absolutely, everyone has one's own motivations, one's
No,
own
definitely.
what motivates them.
And everybody figures out their own ways of dealing with it.
Dealing with
because we all are served different pack of cards.
Yes.
So we just have to deal with our hands and
That's
whatever is
that's
given to us. And the next question is specifically for you. I can assume what your answer would be, but then, for the viewers as well, like, if you were given a chance to go back in time, is there something that you would change?
Go
Anything
back
that
in
you would
time,
change?
anything I would change.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over the course of the years, there was this journey, there was this path.
Okay.
Is there
I
something
would like
that
to
you
edit some
regret?
part.
Edit some part, or delete, or add on, or something.
See, I don't want to be an idealist by saying, oh no, I don't want to change anything. The truth is, of course, I think I would like to change. See, the wake up part. You know, after having fallen down and being knocked down, you realize, no, you are important too in life. Your wants, your
That you matter
desires,
as
and you
well.
matter as well. If I had woken up a little more, because I had lost considerable number of years to realize it, you know, and I wish and hope I had realized it in my early 20s. Honestly, I could have saved many a heartbreak for myself. You know, so that's what I would like to edit
Okay.
and probably cut and paste, not copy paste, but cut and
Cut and
paste.
paste. Okay. So, you know, just cut short those
That's
years
right,
and
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, but then you know the journey was beautiful. Whatever you learned, you have learned.
Yes, there've been
So, you know,
lessons learned.
Yeah.
Though it was late, but it was. There is a very popular dialogue of Rajnikant. If I remember, I'll say. Otherwise, I'll not. It says, "Later vandalu, latest varanam." You know.
Yeah, that I mean that's
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
bounce back. You
Bounce
know.
back, yeah,
Definitely,
that's right.
Definitely, that's a beautiful answer.
Yeah.
Malati. That's something you know I was expecting from you as well.
Okay.
And why I asked that question is because you know there might be people who go through tougher times. Sometimes you just want to cut and delete. Sometimes you just don't want to change it because even those experiences you have had could be like you know it's part of the journey. You have learned
Yeah,
something.
learnt it.
So it
Yes,
was an
yes,
experience in itself.
Absolutely.
So sometimes you know that was there just for that experience.
Maybe, yes, yes. And it's not that I regret, but since you asked me the question,
Yeah, yeah.
yes, honestly, I would have definitely wanted to edit. And you know, had it been a little more earlier, as I said, I would have saved myself from many a heartbreak, and you know, I wouldn't have had to fall down so badly. So that's what.
So now shall we move on to the rapid fire where I'll just again same give you a couple of words in one or two words like you know if you feel the need to explain why you said that
Okay.
do that as
Okay,
well.
okay. Otherwise, I can just
Stick
brief
to
it
one
with-
word.
Okay.
Stick to one word. So the first one would be silence.
Silence. Silence is loud always. Try not talking to your friend. It will be so loud.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well
silence
explained.
is loud.
Is loud.
Is
Okay.
loud.
Stress.
Stress, harmful, very harmful for health. In fact, all physical manifestations, whatever problems we have, health problems, basically there is stress involved somewhere.
The psychologist in Mala speaking.
Yes, it just wakes up once in a way.
Yeah. Anger. That's why I chose these words. Anger.
Anger, destructive. It's very destructive for self and for others. More for self.
Maybe-
It's like a burning coal that you're holding in hand. It's that bad. It's that bad.
Appearance.
Appearance is a deceptive, very deceptive. People mask. All of us, not just people, all of us mask. And we have our valid reasons for that. So it's okay, it's deceptive.
Very profound actually. Criticism.
Criticism should always be in private, I believe. And I follow that. Yeah.
The psychologist again.
Yeah. Appreciate in public, and I had made a 1-minute video on that, which says
Okay.
always appreciate in public and criticize in private.
Okay. Now, expectation.
They hurt because you expect something else turns out. All right. So initially they hurt, of course, and it's like up to us to let go it. But
Success.
success, being alive itself is success. Be alive, whatever you're doing, whatever we are, wherever we are, and whatever we are doing, each moment, if you're fully alive,
Aware and alive.
aware and alive, yeah, that itself is success.
Not just the breathing life.
It's not that breathing life. Just do and see, look at everything with a great thrill. You're being alive. Hey, what's that?
Full of
That's
life,
full
being
of
full of
life. Yeah, that itself is success.
Now, if success comes, it has to be followed by failure. So, failure.
Failure are lessons. Totally, take them as lessons. They are packed with opportunities to try again.
And experiences.
Experiences, yes, absolutely.
Trauma.
Trauma can be twin-sided. It's like it has immense power of destroying a person as well as to resurrect a person. If it is addressed earlier on, trauma, you can transform and you can resurrect yourself and become powerful. Else, you fade away. So trauma it's a power. Let's say it has a power to destroy as well as it has a power to resurrect one.
Okay.
That's what I
Great
feel
answer.
about trauma.
And that's something, people shouldn't be shying away from seeking help if they
Seeking
need to.
help, absolutely. Any kind of trauma, it's important that you share it, you come out with it, speak about it openly, seek help, and you can transform. And there is 100% guarantee that one can transform. One needn't be stuck in it. One needn't suffer trauma. There's no need.
Now for the last word, commitment.
Commitment is promise verb. The verb of a promise. Like in the sense, promises can be fulfilled, may not be fulfilled. But when it's translated as a verb, as
Acting.
action, yeah, into action. So promise into action is commitment.
Now that's the end of the rapid fire.
Done, okay.
Now one last question to sum it up. I introduced you as a clinical psychologist and all other, because normally during the course of the day itself, like you have those lanyards where you're tagged. You're a mother, you're a wife, you are a daughter, you are a daughter-in-law, whatever, different tags. But who are you really?
Who am I really?
Yeah, at the core of it.
My goodness, at the core of it.
At the core of it, like what do you think of yourself? How do you see yourself? What are you? Who are you?
I live life on my own terms, and therefore you can call me a bohemian. I think I'm a bohemian then. Okay, let's zero in on that. I'm a bohemian.
Can you explain that too?
Bohemian is like, I live a very
What do you mean when you say
unconventional-
bohemian?
Yeah, it's like, I don't follow conventions. And because of that, very honestly, I rub people on the wrong side. I know that. But that's me. I mean, I can't fake and
I
follow
guess
conventions.
everybody does, right?
Many of us do that.
Yeah.
But there are people who adjust, who are decent enough. I'll not call it decent enough, but then they do follow conventions, and they are in a set bracket. For them, there are strict do's and don'ts, and they adhere to it. But I'm a person, whatever suits me, I do that. Of course, within the realms of whatever is right.
Definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So I like to keep trying new things. So of course I'm a bohemian, and my son agrees this totally that yes, I am a bohemian.
No, this is actually true, and it's very important as well. To know who you are, how you feel,
It's very
and then it will keep recurring in our talks for sure. It's something, as long as you are keeping yourself happy, you can keep others happy.
And what if I ask you, Shinuji, at the core, who are you?
Me. I'm not trying to be philosophical or anything, but how I see myself is an evolving soul.
Evolving so lovely.
Because I believe we are all different souls who pass through, like the Red Indians believe we are souls who are on a journey.
On a journey.
And I'm evolving, constantly evolving. The who I was yesterday is not who I am today, and
Today.
who I am going to
And
be
that's how
tomorrow.
it should be,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There could be pluses, minuses in between, but I know I have no regrets. It's part of my journey,
Absolutely.
and
Wonderful.
I just need to look within myself to see whether I like who I am right now and evolve for the better.
Beautiful.
That's how I see myself.
And that's how, like, if we look at ourselves 10 years before, even what we were 2 years back, we're not the same. We're not the same. We have evolved, right?
No, even my school friends or my college mates, they know me as a very shy girl who wouldn't even. I sometimes I can be selectively social. So it's not that I always am in a mood to talk to everybody or open up very much. But then there are times when I love to, like when I'm in the right company. So it's all part of my journey. And just that bit of me who is shy is part of who I am. Like everything. It's
Absolutely.
evolving process in like constantly evolving soul is what I would say.
That's nice.
So with that, I think we can wrap this up.
Yes, please do.
So
I love taking interviews, but giving interviews is a way too stressful for me. Let me tell you that. Okay, so that's
so,
lovely talking. Thank you for this. Shreenu ji.
until we meet again. So lovely catching up with all of you as well.
Yes, absolute
So,
pleasure.
bye from
again.
us.
Bye bye. And we meet soon
Sure.
with the next round. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.